What's up, guys? Welcome back to Monday Motivation with Kenzie. If you're new, stay, come here, join us, let's get a little motivation, subscribe, watch a couple of videos. I have tons. If you have been here before, welcome back. Thank you for coming back, and I hope you stay forever. But thank you guys so much for getting to watch this video. But let's get into the topic. So as you can tell by the title, it's just let's talk. I don't have any specific things to talk about. I just wanted to say a couple things that were on my mind. Starting with what happened yesterday. Was it yesterday? 2 days ago. I don't know. Yesterday or 2 days ago. Something like that. It happened very soon. So basically, I am spiritual, so I'm just gonna say what happened. So it was like midnight, maybe 1 o'clock in the morning. I don't know. It was definitely 4 o'clock in the morning. It was 4 o'clock in the morning, and I was talking to my girlfriend, and it was just like I just broke down. So I know I say that a lot in my videos. I broke down. I sound like a crybaby. It's okay, I am, but hear me out. So I broke down, and this time it was about just having so much weight on my shoulders, and I just feel like there's a constant there's just constant pressure on me to do better, and not just from myself but from my family, which is even worse. Like, my family is always like constantly pushing me to do better and to have the life that they want me to have instead of me having the life that I want to have. So, yeah, so I constantly feel pressure from a lot of members in my family. Like, a lot of people are trying to force me to get a job and stuff like that. And that's not what I want to do. So, I had a breakdown, and after that, I acknowledged all of the things that were happening to me, and I was just like, wow, like, there's just so much weight on me. And after I like let it all out, it felt like a weight was like lifted off. And then the whole like night and day after, I literally felt like energy. And like, you guys might not know this, but I feel extremely strong about energy. Energy is literally like, that's my jam right there. I love energy, and I can feel energy. So I felt like a lot of energy on me that day. And it was weird because I've never felt that before, like to that level. It was just like literally overwhelmingly, or like it was an overwhelmingly amount of energy. And it wasn't like energy as in like excited, like, oh, it was more so like I felt like it was space around me, if I can explain it like that. It just felt like space. So honestly, if you guys hear talking, it's probably the people outside, my grandparents downstairs. It's so much going on. I am trying to get my own place. Like, I'm trying so hard. But yeah, so I felt this energy, and it was just like a brush of like motivation, confirmation, and everything that I needed that told me I am going on the right path. Like, literally, I felt like somebody was talking to me. Like, I just felt the motivation and the want to keep going, and I knew that that was a confirmation for me that like what I'm doing right now will get me to my destination. And there were so many signs that day that were leading up to that were just like, I wasn't really paying attention, but once I went back and acknowledged it, I realized like some of the things that were happening throughout that day that were really telling me like, you're on the right path, you're doing the right thing. Like, everything was closed on Thanksgiving, which was yesterday. This was yesterday. Everything was closed. Everything was closed. Yet, oh no, it was 2 days ago. My mind is everywhere. Everything was closed, yet I still, and you guys might not know this either, but I do DoorDash and Instacart. So that gets me my money, and I have no job, so that's the only thing that I can do. But yeah, I do DoorDash and Instacart. So when I was doing DoorDash on Thanksgiving, I wanted to get a couple dollars because I'm really trying hard to get a lot of money each week so that I can put a lot of money into my apartment stuff, because furniture is not cheap, honey, okay? But I still managed to get a good amount of money on Thanksgiving, even though everything was closed. So I knew that was my confirmation that I'm doing the right thing, and I know that I'm going to the right places, and my destination I will get there, like, eventually. And I just have to keep patience. I have to keep my grind. I have to keep my motivation going. And honestly, I felt like my YouTube was just failing. Like, I just wasn't doing good enough for this. Like, I'm like, nobody's gonna watch me. Like, I'm sitting here doing nothing, talking about nothing. But I know that there's somebody out there one day that will watch these videos and be inspired and motivated to keep going. Because there are things that I went through that I felt as though needed to be shared, because there's a lot of people out there that go through the same exact thing as you, and you just don't know until you talk about it. So a lot of people might be going through the same thing, whether it be Forex, jobs, having people in your life that are extremely toxic. A lot of those people have the same things as you. Like, you have a lot of those things in common. So I'm just here to share what I go through and hope that that gives you some motivation to keep going, because it's motivated me to keep going. So, like I was saying, yeah, it gave me confirmation. So I hope in whatever you guys are doing, it gives you confirmation, and it gives you the patience and the stability to keep going, and that motivation to just never stop. Because trust me, you will get to your destination. It's not about when. It's not about, oh, I need to get there now. It's about, how are you going to get there? So once you have that figured out, it's going to work. And like I said in my a couple videos ago, you're going to get there. The hustle will be worth it. And speaking of the hustle, it's all in the hustle, sweetheart. Speaking of the hustle, I did want to touch on my clothing line that I brought up last video, but I will speak on that in the end. But I did want to talk about, I seen something on TikTok, and it was literally like, it was a lot of things, because I usually go to TikTok to hear what people are going through so that I can get an idea of what to talk about. So that, like, in a way you guys can relate to it and it'll help you guys. So I was on TikTok and I heard a lot of people, like in the comment section, on the actual videos, that it's been a tough time for a lot of people. And now I'm not sure, I don't know much about, like, what is it called? Like, stuff in the air or something, like, giving off, that's a car, giving off like energy and like stuff like that. I'm not really sure about that. I just feel like presence energies, but not spirits. Get that straight. But yeah, I'm not sure about how the world goes into how we feel every day. But yeah, a lot of people were going through something tough, and I just want to tell you guys that tough times do not last, but tough people do. And that's something that you should think about, because at the end of the day, we are all human. So that means we are all strong enough to live through anything that we're going through. Literally, think about it this way. You see somebody, let's say somebody you look up to, doesn't matter who it is, you see them going through something really, really, really tough. Let's say they lost their dog, God forbid, but I didn't want to go any further than that. But let's say they lost their dog, and that is very hard on them. You see how hard they're going through it, and how hard it is for them. So you think, oh, they can get through it because they're strong enough, but I don't think I would be able to get through it because I'm not that strong. At the end of the day, you are strong. Like, no one else is stronger than you. They might be physically, but mentally, not everybody else is stronger than you. And this goes into what I was saying earlier. We don't know what we go through, what each other goes through, until we talk about it. So there's a lot of people out there that go through tough times like that and either A, fake it until they make it, as in like faking their happiness until they're actually happy, or B, that actually get through the tough times and then end up being happy. Either way, you end up happy and you end up getting through it. So everybody gets through the tough times. Everybody does. And if you don't, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. But everybody gets through the tough times. We all do. And we all go through tough times. Something that you gotta acknowledge. Like, we all go through something really hard in our life. Whether it's hard to you or hard to me, our hards might be different, but we're all different people. But we all go through something that's just as traumatic as the other one. Or as the other person. Or how they feel about it. So, you will get through it. And I don't know if like a lot of people out there are going through like a breakup right now. But I understand how hard that is. I really do. I don't know how hard a breakup is because I've been with my girlfriend for almost 4 years. So I couldn't even tell you the last time I felt like I was upset about a breakup. But yeah, it's hard. It is. I know that. And especially being around the holidays, it's extremely hard. So you will get through it. Like, this is your story. Your life is your story. And just because they took over a chapter in it, that does not mean they get to take over your whole entire book and how your book goes and how it ends. Your book does not deserve to end early. Don't leave us with a cliffhanger, sis. Like, no cliffhangers. You tell us the beginning to end how it's supposed to go. No cliffhangers. Do not end your book too early. That one chapter cannot dictate the rest of your book and how the rest of your book goes. You have 5 good chapters, and then the 6th chapter, that's where he or she came in and took over everything and drained the life out of you. So then chapters 7 through, let's say, 12. Then chapters 7 through 12 are shitty, and you ended at chapter 10. You didn't even get to chapter 12. So understand that, and there's people in your life that care about you and actually want to read your book. So understand that there is somebody out there that wants to take the time to read your book, start to finish. So give them that opportunity. If there is somebody in your life right now that is trying to read your book and trying to understand what you're going through and is giving you patience, do not push them away. Give them time. Give them time, because time does heal. So I felt like that needed to be said because there are things that I'm going through as well that regulate with this as well. So did I use that right? I don't know, but let's hope I did. But everybody goes through something. So do not end your book early, and do not let somebody take over the rest of your book. Once that chapter is done, it's done. Move on to your next chapter. Heal, get over it, but don't start that next chapter until you are finished healing, because that next chapter will be incorporated with everything that person did that fucked you up. And excuse my language, but I'm dead serious. So I hope this video helped. Like, this is something that I felt needed to be talked about, and like, it really hit hard. So I hope you guys got a lot from this video. You're gonna get through it. That's all I can say. As hard as it's easier said than done, but you have to understand, people always say, trust the process. The process is beautiful and all that stuff like that about the process. You have to understand that it's not only talking about the process to success, it's not talking about the process to getting money, it's not talking about the process of this, that, and the third. The process of you and how your mental is going and where it is going is beautiful. You have to admire how your mental is kind of like how it's working in a way. So you might be in a shitty place right now, but just imagine what it's like on the brighter side. And if you end that chapter, or if you end your book too early, then you're never going to know what it's like to be on the other side, on that beautiful side where you could have been if you would have held on just a little bit longer. So I say just hold on, keep going, keep pushing. The sun is like going in and out of the clouds, so it's like bright then low, bright then low, so excuse that. But yeah, don't end your chapter or don't end your book too early. But that's all I wanted to say to you guys. I hope you guys really like this video. I actually love talking about this. I say that about everything, and I say in like every sentence. I need to stop. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you, there it goes again. Make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you comment to let me know what you guys want to see next or what you guys want to hear me talk about next. I'm more than likely going to start doing the videos just like this. So where I just pick a couple things to talk about and I just go on about them. So I'm more than likely going to do this. So let me know what you guys want to hear next, or hear me talk about, or hear me expand on, or something. So just drop it in the comments, or if you want to, you can go to my Twitter. It's in the, if you click on the link tree, what is that called? Link, then it'll bring you to my Instagram, my Twitter, and my other YouTube channel. But I will also put down the link to my other YouTube channel underneath of it so that you guys can see that as well. So thank you for watching. Don't leave just yet because I have some more news about my clothing line that I started. So the website is giving me just a little hard time. The website that I have my clothing line on is giving me a little hard time, but I am almost finished with the teeny tiny little technicalities that need to go into my website. I'm literally almost finished with that, and then I'll have my website up hopefully within the next 2 weeks. So make sure you look out for that because I am so excited. And I just put out a couple new products and they look good. They look good. So I'm not going to tell you guys much about it or anything. I will probably get more into it in the next video. So make sure you keep watching to find out more about my clothing line. It's going to be so exciting. I really hope you guys like it because this is catered to you guys. And yeah, just keep your head up and keep going, keep pushing, and you got this. So like, subscribe, comment, make sure you watch my other videos, and I love you guys so much. Deuces!